Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Look, why is it that some of us, or some of you, have a problem after breakup to move on? Well, you don't have a problem to move on. The brain has a problem to move on. You want to move on. It's naturally, you feel it. You want those excitements again. You want to try and find some new partner, but the brain doesn't. Why? The brain finds security in the order of things. The order that was with you and your partner was making things a routine. And in the routine, brain finds security. Now that the breakup has happened, the routine is not continuing because it takes two to tango. One of you is not there anymore to create the same routine, the same order of life. So the brain goes into the memory and finds everything recorded there because we record things 24/7. So in that memory, brain finds security. Now, if you move on, brain has to try new things and eventually it takes time till you create a new routine, new mechanical processes, new order, and maybe then brain finds some suitable security. However, brain doesn't think that far because brain is not smart, is not intelligent. So it wants immediate satisfaction. For that, it needs you to go into the memory. That's why it keeps taking you in the memory and gives you a shot of dopamine. Why? Because attaining something, accomplishing a task gives you dopamine. But even making an effort or planning to accomplish a task also gives you dopamine. So when the brain takes you in the memory and makes you reminisce on how things were and how wonderful it was, and you would cuddling or texting and things like that, thinking about it, even though it's virtual and not actual, still causes dopamine to be secreted and you get that good feeling, feel good chemical. And by that, brain keeps you addicted by keep bringing you there, giving you the dopamine, you feel good. And when you feel good about it, no longer you want to go out and find new girlfriend. Because you're getting this dopamine and now you're addicted to the dopamine, and going out finding girlfriend, that's not going to give you the dopamine because you may not find her for a long time. But this short trip in the memory and thinking about how things were, it still gives you the dopamine. You get addicted to it and you stay in it. So it is not you who doesn't want to move on. It is the brain that doesn't want you to move on because brain wants to control you. Brain wants to dominate you. Brain wants to say that I am the boss, yet you know that you're the boss, and brain is an organ, is an apparatus. It's a subordinate to you, and you have to deal with it and manage it in that way by simply say, I don't want a dopamine and I don't want to interact with you, because by you being there and thinking about these things, the brain keeps feeling that there's an interaction between you and the brain, and therefore it feels secure, feels occupied, and it keeps you there as long as it can unless you put your foot down, get out of the bed, go find a new girlfriend. And that's how you deal with moving on. Otherwise, you'll be addicted with this thinking and the memory keeps giving you that dopamine. And why would you go out in the actual world when there is a virtuality right at your corner of your brain and you can get that dopamine and satisfaction and think that you have a girlfriend because you had one before, the ex-girlfriend, and you pretend that it is giving you the feeling that you want, and you'll be stuck in that hole for a long time before you figure out you've been in the dark and not really enjoying life as its actuality is, real life. So move on and find bigger and better things, and don't get fooled by your brain. You're not the brain. Brain is not you. Don't follow the brain. Let it follow you. Your command. Talk to you soon. For lengthier discussions, topics that we talk about in the shorts, you may go to my YouTube channel, The One Point. There are hundreds of videos in regards to breakups, relationship, emotional hardships, how to deal with a breakup, how to move on, what things you should do, what things you shouldn't do. And it has the library of OCD and OCD subsets, and we've discussed it in detail, what to do to rewire the brain and what are the components of brain involved in the process of OCD and the glitch and the malfunction of the brain. As you know, it's all malfunction of the signaling system of the brain, and we've elaborately discussed that in all the videos on the YouTube channel. Over 3,000 videos about different topics such as thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego. And it talks about where does thought come from, what is consciousness, what's the relationship between thoughts and consciousness, where does fear come from, what is desire, how is it born, and then what about the ego and the role of it all in the whole process of the inner movement of our psyche. subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mindthatseekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.